Good afternoon. Happy hump day. It's your girl WHITT. And as promised, it's time for another WHITT session. And in case you don't know what a WHITT session is, I'm going to clue you in. A WHITT session is a pop-up interview in a pop-up location with a surprise guest. But I did a teaser today. If you read your e-blast, then you already know I am here at the Indiana Travis Garza Fat Loss Camp with the one and only Markane Allen of Fight for Your Life brand. He has an amazing story to tell, along with an amazing event that's taking place this Saturday right here at the camp. So without further ado, hey, Markane.
Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for being here. Yeah, all of that good stuff. So just so that people know, well, how do you know Markane, Chelsea? I know a lot of folks, but you, I consider part of my FIT fam, the FIT family. And Markane is an instructor, personal trainer here at the camp, does all of the high intensity type things, the shred, the ones after you've worked out a while and you're ready for him, then you progress to Markane. But I soon found out that Markane has a lot more going on than just in the gym. And so if you would please enlighten the audience about Fight for Your Life and how it came to be and why we are celebrating today, your 1 year anniversary.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Today actually is the day that I launched the company a year ago. The company came out of, I'll say, I could say a mental health unraveling for me, so to speak. So it was a time in my life, I would say maybe a year ago, previous before that. All of a sudden, I had been training for so long, I think I just got in a rut. But I was on my way to a session and did everything I could to be on time that day and did everything in my power to make sure my day went smooth. I got up early enough, got on the road in good time, ate all the coffee and everything. And I hit just horrible traffic. And I'm texting the client. This was a new client, so I'm like, oh, it's first impression, and
Not a good look.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, and person's texting me back, it's fine. So I got there, everything was fine, but on my way there, I started having chest pains, real bad chest pains, and I was like, what? I was like, am I having a heart attack? I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I had never experienced anything like that before,
Yeah.
and it was like I've had chest pains before, but it was like something was hitting me in my heart. And I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? And then that just led into like a snowball effect of my focus being lost in training. And for those who don't know, training and personal training for me is like, I love what I do.
Yes.
I love what I do.
He does.
And I could do it in my sleep. I mean, I'm always thinking about it. I'm studying new stuff. I'm researching stuff. I love helping people. So that's what I'm put on earth to do. And when I started losing focus in that, it just went downhill after that. And then I was in sessions not in tune with what was going on with the person.
Not giving it the 100.
Yeah. And it's like, my 100 might have been 95 someday, just like my focus as far as the person wasn't there. And I don't like that. Mm-hmm. And then it was like a day came and the pandemic came and I remember laying on the floor and I was just like, you know what? I turned over and I had a notepad and I was like, I want to give my buddy who runs a fitness company this. I want to give my kids that. I want to make sure this is this, make sure, this is that. And it was just like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I didn't want to do anything. I had a radio show previous to that and it was like, I didn't want to do anything. I was like, I want to stop everything. And something just told me, fight for your life. I heard it. And I got up and I'm like wiping tears and everything. And I'm like going to the bathroom. And I remember not having a shirt on, but I could see these words in this form, like bright above my chest, like a light. And it was just like, and I was real close to my grandfather. He's no longer with us. But whenever things like that come to me, I'm like, all right, old man, that's what I got to do. And then I was like, all right, God, I was like, I won't let this one go. I've had other clothing brands in the past. And I was like, I can't let this one go. And then I heard, you got to get people to know. People need it. So here I am. It's a mental health brand. And I kind of feel like in life, sometimes with our mental health, it just starts to unravel because we don't know how to like exercise that part of ourselves.
That's right.
Like we do everything else.
Yes. We have routines for food, the workout, work and everything. But that mental always takes a backseat. Why do you think that is?
I think because it's a part of you that's sacred. Mm-hmm. And everything else is out in the world all the time, you know, the food and the exercise. And it's like, but no one can really know what's going on. It's sacred. So it's like, I don't want anybody to think this about me. I don't want anybody to know that I'm thinking like this. And, you know, and so it's sacred, because all you have to own in life is your thoughts. You know, it's like, you know, if you don't put them out, nobody knows, you know. And so, with that, I think that more people need to understand that, you know, prayer and meditation. And, you know, used to think people were crazy who talk to themselves out loud, but sometimes those people,
I do it all the time.
So those are the people that are communicating with themselves, because you got to communicate with yourself. So we have to learn how to exercise that. And, you know, I started doing more research of like why men die earlier than women in marriages, and, you know, and why these things occur with men and stress and everything. And, you know, and I just found that a lot of it is like, you can beat our body up so much, but then when life hits you, it's like, whoa, I got to take a sit back. Then when the pandemic came, you know, the year during the pandemic, my aunt passed. My aunt was like a second mom to me. And she suffered with different issues and things like that. But she was always pleasant. Oh, she just would call
Aunts are the best.
Yeah, she would call you and just say, I'm praying for you. Bye. You know, like, you know, and so I would go back by her house and crash, take a nap before I went to a session. So she was just always like there for me. Yeah. And when she passed, it's like, it was the day before my cousin's birthday. Me and him are like brothers, so it was hard. So when I launched this company, I asked him, I said, hey man, do you mind if I honor Auntie? And he was like, yeah, man, that's great. I love it. And so at the same time, I'm honoring my aunt, planning to launch a company. I'm going to court to finalize my divorce. So on the same day of launching a company, it's on the same day of launching a company, I'm finalizing divorce. And it's like, so I took it in stride as God telling me to continue to fight for my life, you know, because that was another step of mental anguish, you know, and so.
But a testimony, because now you're here sharing it, and we just never know who will see this video and be inspired as a result, or decide to fight for their lives. Yes. And I definitely want, you know, women, you know, God bless you guys. You guys have a network, an unspoken network for each other. You know, the world supports it. A girls' night out. You know, sipping paints and all that
dance.
Yes,
you know, everything.
Wine for nothing.
Yeah.
We don't need a reason.
Yeah, you just show up and and it's like that's a blessing. You know, because you guys get to vent and let out things. You know, and share. You know, but for men, it's very difficult because the world has groomed us to always be strong,
be tough,
and not share.
Suck it up.
Yeah, from moms to dads telling us to be like that. And I think with me being an image of strength for a lot of people, whether it's fitness or mental health, I think me being vulnerable is something that's going to really, really help people when it comes to this brand. And I've said that, I prayed that I want to be more vulnerable to help others. I've been vulnerable with the physical stuff. Now I want to be more vulnerable with the mental stuff. So
here we are. It's April 27th. It is the 1-year anniversary, everybody, of Fight for Your Life. And we're going to mark it in a mighty way right in this space on Saturday from 2 to 7. Markane, give me the deets.
We got a long itinerary, but it's not going to be boring or anything. It's going to be fun. You'll hear the same story again in the beginning.
Got to.
The owner of the camp will be expressing what goes on here. Then we have some new clothing releases, as well as our online men's program portal that men can contact. We'll set up the dates. I'm planning on 2 dates right now, 2 days a week, and we'll be discussing everything from manhood issues to relationships and everything.
And no women allowed.
No women allowed. No women allowed. Fellas, we got to push it more than the barbershop. So that's what I'm doing.
And that's going to be great.
Yeah. And then we'll have one of my brand ambassadors who's an artist. He'll be performing at the end. And we'll also be doing some other fitness classes as well. So it should be a fun day.
It's definitely going to be.
We'll have apparel here for you. Discounted.
Yes.
You'll be able to get this design if you like. I'll be discounted. So you definitely should come Saturday 2 to 7.
So now, Markane, I have a network of folks that don't live here, but are staunch supporters of the things that I do and the people I support. So if there's someone who watches this video and says, well, I want to fight for my life, but I'm in Atlanta, what do they do?
You can either DM me on Instagram, which is struggle_fight, or website fightstruggle.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they can purchase the merchandise there?
Yep.
All right.
And
now,
on the website, if you see something that's not seen, you know, and you like it, you can DM me and say, hey, I want that brown shirt that Chelsea was wearing. Or if you want to customize it, you can also just put that in the message. Or when you buy a shirt at through the website, you can just put how you want to customize. We do customized shirts.
So that's Saturday, April 30th. We're here at 6417 Columbia Avenue in Hammond. It's the Indiana Guards of Fat Loss Camp, and it's like a dual purpose. We have our mental health being addressed, and then people can also find out about your personal training offerings through the demos, find out what's going on at the camp. And we also have representatives from community health net healthcare centers coming to do screenings. So you want to get your blood pressure. I mean, it's a one-stop shop. And 2 to 7 allows people that window when we're running our errands and got a lot of things to do. So we have enough time to get over here. And yours truly, of course, will be broadcasting live, doing some interviews, and I'm got to do a couple of workouts. That's just who we are. So in addition to that, though, if individuals are interested in connecting with you for personal training, what do they need to do?
You can just contact me at 773-308-5337, or I'm on Instagram crazy. So you can find me Instagram at brand Markane or at struggle_fight, or you can email me Markane
or inbox me and be like, girl, what am I getting myself into? You don't do it until you're ready. Do not hit send until you are ready. I'm here to tell you, but it's worth it. The results, the patience, the consistency, you give that all to us to make us our best selves. If there's somebody watching right now who may be in the space that you were in a year or so ago, what would you say to them to get them to the point to say, fight for your life?
I would say that it's okay. It's not foreign to feel how you feel. It's not odd. You're not alone. We always think we're alone, but everyone goes through different things. It's important that you acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. That's the important thing. A lot of times, men and women, we build ourselves up to be so strong, but we can acknowledge the hits. Even fighters, say, hey man, that guy really gave me a blow that time, but if you keep going through life and not ignoring those hits, eventually they pile up. And when they pile up and when they hit you that one last time, you want to quit. Don't quit. Don't give up. You can take a stand. You can fall. You can get back up, keep going, keep moving, and fight for your life. Fight for your life. You only get one of these. We only get one of these. Nobody's came back and told us anything different.
Right.
You only get one. So make it the best, but acknowledge what you go through. Just don't stay there. If it take a day, if it take a week, if it take a month, to just say, it's okay. It's a human thing. Just don't stay there.
I am so glad you got up. You saw the writing on the wall or on the chest in your case to fight for your life. And I'm inviting you. This is Chelsea C. WHITT, asking you to support this brand, support this man. Come out on Saturday, April 30th here at the Indiana Garza Fat Loss Camp, 6417 Columbia Avenue. You get the opportunity to meet the founders of the club. You'll meet Markane. You'll meet guest speakers. You'll get a chance to do workouts. You'll get a chance to find out about the camp. Just so much to do, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Somebody's going to watch this later. I can just see it now, Markane, like, man, this is the word I needed to hear. So you have to stay on your mission. Like your grandpa said, stay on your mission and keep fighting for your life, and we will keep following you. And with that, everybody, we will see you the next time. Thank you, Markane.
Thank you.
Everybody fight for your life.